That's no bueno. I was walking over here, the Masons building. I'll probably show it to you. If I get work. There we go. All right, so that building there is the Mason building. Oh, hell. Fuck. Oh, it's got condensation in it. That makes sense there. Between the BS with Wolnez and the aggression from police, I was very much on edge. So, of course, I hear this sound. Sounds like a half grunt, half snore. Scared the living hell out of me. And the end of my cane went into the window. Now, not like hard. Like if I'd have smacked it hard, it would have gone straight into the window. But it definitely shattered the whole thing. That was about 3 a.m. Sorry, I had to wave at somebody who's good to me. Anyway, so there's a homeless guy sleeping there, obviously. And I decided it was probably a bad idea to call 911 because I didn't want to get arrested again for calling 911 for something that's not an emergency. Although the other times I called 911, it absolutely was. So, about 7 o'clock this morning, I have Will Chappell's number, so I called up to let him know that I was the one that broke the window. I didn't want that homeless guy getting arrested for vandalism or being accused of stuff that he did not do. And left a message, let him know, hey, I understand apologies aren't going to fix the window, so let's get together. I live on a fixed income of $800. We'll see what we can do. I was guesstimating it at around probably 100, 150 of it. The window's going to need to be, well, basically, you can do this though. Hopefully it'll stay connected. Anyway, so 7 o'clock, I called up Will. I called up the main office number, no answer, no reply. So I called the cell phone. I left a message this morning about what happened. Make sure that, because there's other people that work in the office too. Just let him know that this guy broke his window. It was me. And then, of course, I had to call 911. It was like 7 a.m. Sorry about all the buffering. I'm just in a really bad area. Sorry about all the buffering. I'm just in a really bad area. Anyway, so I called 911 and really didn't want. Anyway, so I called 911 and really didn't want to, but again, I don't want some innocent feller getting screwed over for something he did not do. And let's see. I called 911, let him know what was up on the 911 line. I let him know that there was a issue with Martinez and Lothman. She let me know that it was not Martinez or Lothman on duty, that it was Sadler. The connection area. And, so they told me that they would have the officer call me. Now, like I said, when you're being harassed, threatened, and intimidated from restricted numbers, and then the cops call you from a restricted number, you're probably not going to answer. But I'm sick of this shit. So, like immediately after I hung up, I get a restricted call, right? And I fucking livid. I'm sick of this shit, So I answer the phone and I say, hey, Wolnez, leave me the fuck alone. And the voice on the other end of the line says, this isn't Wolnez, this is Sadler. Well, I fucked up. But given the circumstances, it should be understandable. And that's the thing with all these situations. I'm not some fucking retard out here flipping shit, all schizo, fucked up on drugs, fucking shit up. There's a legitimate reason for everything that happens. Sometimes it's that you're stupid. It happens. Now, of course, That's not talking trash. You've seen me on my YouTube channel. I have my stupid moments, don't I? Also, what was the other topic? Oh, yes. There's a woman here named Candy, and she is very adult about things that's going on. Hello. She's very sweet, and of course, she's also angry, and with all due respect, she's got valid reason to be. If I'm pissed off about having to do it, she is more than okay with being angry about it too. You're damn right I used the C word. When you say over and over and over again, you don't know how, you don't know how, you don't know how, while someone is literally telling you how, you're being irresponsibly irresponsive. Neglect. Now, of course, she's not my mommy, she's not my daddy. This situation should never, unlike Vicky Rain, who was having a severe mental health situation, resulting in, well, me being bullied, me being run out of all of my money, me having to spend a bunch of money I didn't have, and of course, me having to hire drug addicts to help me move all my stuff over and over and over again. Anyway, at the end, it resulted in her having a roommate, Nick, who's a punk, drop all of my stuff next to my car while I was at. So she literally went out of her way to screw me over as much as she possibly could. Knowing my disabilities, knowing my situation, knowing my living situation and my financial situation, which, by the way, she did take advantage of. She went out of her way to be as shitty a person as she possibly could. Now, what did Candy do? Did she do that? No, she didn't. She absolutely did not. Now, of course, she doesn't want to talk to me. That's acceptable. She's allowed. Things are dumping everything off right next to my vehicle like some sort of a screwed over a-hole. She got a hold of somebody that we both know, and she arranged to have my stuff returned to me. Not only did she arrange to have my stuff returned to me, she isn't throwing tantrums. She's not pretending like I'm out to get her. She's not going around trying to get everybody else up in arms against me. She has literally made zero effort whatsoever to harm me through any of this. Do you know what they call that? They call that acting like an adult. Oh my God. Hey. Sorry, there's a, and I know I complain about this a lot, but it's who treated, and it's nice when they recognize me. Anyway, we'll get back to the situation with Candy and her husband and her coworkers. None of them have been mean, cruel, inconsiderate. None of them have tried to assault me. Not a single one of them has made any attempt to threaten me or intimidate me. Like, here's the thing. Candy's a grown-ass adult. She's acting like a grown-ass adult. If there's an issue, we can deal with it like adults instead of going out of our way to screw somebody. Anyway, moral of the story, fuck yes, I have respect for the woman. Who wouldn't have respect for that? She's pissed off at me. How many women, when they're pissed off, go around slandering your name to everybody you know? Meanwhile, any slander that she could be throwing at me is pretty much trumped by the fact that there's things I actually did, and she has valid reason to be pissed off about those things. I'll say that again. She has valid reason to be pissed off about those things. All right, say for the record, Candy is really wonderful to the best of her abilities through all of this. Her get sick is not her fault. The holiday seasons are not her fault. Other people assaulting me, well, that's debatable. It's not her fault that people choose to do that. It's just the amount of time that it takes to come through. And I really, really get tired of people saying, I don't know how, after I've explained it, re-explained it, and am in the process of explaining it again. That's going to trigger. That's going to trigger me every time. Also, there's a lot of homeless people who've been coming up and talking to me both today and yesterday about the situation. Like, my YouTube channel, first of all, should not exist. I never should have had to make this. If it wasn't for the fact that public pretenders wouldn't do their jobs and prosecutors wanted to be malicious. And of course, you all know cops are a bunch of goddamn liars. You'll never find one that ain't. The more poor you are, the less you matter as a human being. So there's, I want to say 6 homeless people who've agreed to go in with me. At least 3 of them are, like, I can't say friends. One of them used to be, I guess, somehow. But they want this to stop. They want it to end. They're also aware that I'm not out to get anyone. I'm not out to kill anybody. I'm not out to rape anybody. I'm not out to falsely accuse people. At the same time, hindsight is 2020. And of course, Wolnez has been bragging about the fact that he knows the shit he's saying isn't true. He just wants somebody to hurt. And these people are aware that he's off the fucking deep end. He's not doing so hot mentally. He's not doing so hot at all mentally. Now there's a couple of fellers he tried to start fights with over the situation. I have his number. I'll probably call him later on today. Some of these folks are going to go in with me on the 5th. And hopefully we can get a situation going here where we can keep Andrew Wolnez out of prison and get him what he wants. But he needs to act like an adult. If you're not going to act like an adult, I'm going to get on my YouTube channel and I'll use choice words. With Candy and I having differences, isn't that what we're supposed to say? Differences? She's not running around trying to accuse me of being a pedophile, a rapist, a murderer, a thief, anything like that. And she's not going to. A lot of women, when they get pissed off, will do stuff like that. We've taught them to do that since birth. Just as we've taught men since birth that we're supposed to protect women and children. Although Candy is well aware that she has that option as a woman. And of course, she's got people in family that might back that up if she chose to. She's respectable. She's also not confrontational with me. Most of the homeless folks, they're aware I don't do drugs. They still talk to me. They do walk up to my vehicle a lot. I give them a lot of cigarettes. But they're aware that I don't do drugs. And they're going to speak on that too. Several of them have looked into the situation with Natalie Bollinger with just what's on the internet. Well, go ahead. So, that's the situation. Holly typed, what's this all about? It's me two had done their goddamn jobs. We could have ended this. But none of these people wanted to act like adults. They wanted to act like thieves. They wanted the money for a job they weren't doing. The police didn't want to do anything about the assaults. Yeah, I'm talking about actual assaults. And cops say we can't do anything about rumors. Well, I don't give a shit. If you can do something about rumors, you need to do something about the assaults. When Natalie got her brains blown out, It had been over a year of threats, harassment, intimidation, and assaults against me. A guy named Tim Beeson, Natalie's ex-boyfriend, stalked me like a motherfucker, threatened to kill me, threatened to kill my family, threatened to kill my sister, threatened to kill Jerry Sparks, her kids. There's a lot of people that they just kept on calling me up. I know who your friends are. And now I was pissed off that people were threatening me. I was pissed off that people were assaulting me. I didn't go to the cops until people started threatening my loved ones. Anyway, good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper. And your sister. I'm going to get a call from a crisis center that is going to assist me in making a couple of the calls that need to be made about the abuse here. These cops, they're out of line. Martinez especially, and he needs to be removed. This is not acceptable. As far as Lothman goes, I'm going to talk to Ashley and make sure that I got all of my information right. Of course, Lothman wanted to make false accusations against me, which is a pretty shitty thing to do. But if Ashley says that I got the information wrong, that it was another officer, what do I do when I screw up like that? I get on my YouTube channel and I apologize for being a piece of shit. Yeah. Holly typed, you too, have a nice day. Thank you. Be safe.